Attention, Cujo copters. Contrary to popular belief, candy corn is not that bad. It's just that you shouldn't eat more than like 3 pieces at a time. It's too much.
Hello everyone, it's me, Josh Kujo, the local grocery store VTuber, coming live at you on a Thursday night. It's currently 8 p.m. where I am. Tonight we're going to be playing more Tavern Talk, this time on the Switch, because I finally caught up to where we were last time. But where last we left off, there wasn't too much in terms of progression within the world's story. It was pretty much just, what happened? Well, there's Melly the little kid, has pretty much asked everyone that she's met to train her in whatever field that person is good at. So she has Zephyr, whose name has changed from Zephyr to Blaze to something else, and right now it's John in the art of stealth. And after meeting, what's her name, Carolyn, she asked her to teach her in the art of two-handed wielding, like great swords and all that. That's pretty much it. There wasn't that much that happened, at least not that I remember. We got introduced to a couple of new people. Two of them, well, one of them we have no data on. There is another person who we also don't have data on, but we met them, I think, 2 streams ago. What else? Who else did we get introduced to? We got introduced to a half-elf. Here, let's go inside here. Pretty sure it was this one. Twin Flames, 8th of the Astral Moon. Here, I'll take a look at my handy-dandy stuff. Notebook. Here we are. Rhea, we already know. Kyle got his cape back, as well as the sunscreen that will allow him to walk in the sun. So good for him. Fable's still fabling. Carolyn came back from that quest that we sent her on with the Chimera, said that she tricked it by having a mouse play as a wizard because chimeras are apparently scared of mice. Turns out the mouse was indeed a wizard, so coincidence there. The chimera did find out, but because it loves ruses, it was actually quite entertained and let her go. John. Name changes all the time. Who knows what it's gonna be next? There's Alithia, which was a devotee of the dragon Cassiopeia, who is... I don't think we saw her. Yeah, we didn't see her last stream. Last we remembered, we set her off on a quest to, what do you call, investigate the Starfall. I don't believe she came back yet. This is Gustav, who seems to be a noble, trying to be an adventurer. Seems to know Fable. Fable seems to have some kind of renown at this point, so that's pretty cool. Jade is a mercenary type that we met 2 streams ago. Iniko, changeling. Anyone else? There was another person, if I remember correctly. Okay, so here are the new people that we met. Hexagon, Hex, half-elf, seems to be studying, what do you call it, was it primordial something? The primordial something. But anyway, scholar type, but scholar in the way of chaos, as in like really loves chaotic things. Scully seems to be, well, a skeleton who gained consciousness, probably necromancer and all that, but seems to be an alright person. Just skeletoning around, pretty much, yeah. Baya is a swamp witch who is a bit apprehensive of humans after they try to attack her, but you know, she's sweet. She tried to open up a swamp spa and trying to get customers for that. So we're helping her out by advertising that thing. And here's Melly. That's everything that we've done so far. There hasn't been much update in terms of the Starfall, where some shady figure brought about the stars falling down into the nearby town. Who knows? We'll probably get more information once Olivia comes back, but who knows when that will be, probably here. Also, tonight's gonna be a shorter stream, you know, within the 2-hour range, and that is because I did not get any sleep last night. Don't know why. And it was weird because, you know, it's one of those ones where I'm lying down, I'm not moving. It's not sleep paralysis, I know that, but I did not fall asleep. I was conscious throughout the whole thing, and yet I wasn't moving. So I am quite tired. So we're gonna keep tonight's stream a bit shorter. Who knows how long? Probably around the 2-hour range. But I don't think I'm gonna be going for more than that if I can help it. So really it all depends on when the next, you know, like, time skip is. And with that being said, I don't remember what voice I gave Jade. I think it was just like a bored type of voice. It's pretty much like, "Hey, innkeeper. Hello. It's been a while since I've seen you around. The whole week, to be exact. You already miss me?" "A little." "Cute. I got my hands on a job all the way over in Diria. Seemed like something relatively easy, but well paid." "Or like something too good to be true." "Not this time. Apparently the farmer just wanted it to be done quickly, so she offered a higher than average rate." "Sounds like easy money." "Yeah, I wish. You know, I think I could use a drink first. Something that'll loosen my tongue. I feel like this job drained me of all my social energy." "Only if I get to hear the rest of the story."
"Sounds like a good deal to me."
Something that'll loosen your tongue. We did get new drinks as well, mainly the Peak Sunrise, I remember that. First Snow, I think, is new as well. And Sailor's Courage. Everything else we already have. Charisma, we need charisma. Let's give her the Sunny Breeze, or you can just do the Spoken Heart. The thing about these other drinks is that you actually do need an infusion with them, but I don't really think it matters which one you give them so long as it's the effect that they want. So in this case they want charisma. So I don't think it really matters whether or not you give them the Spoken Heart or the Sunny Breeze. So that being said, let's give them the Sunny Breeze. I don't remember how to do this. Yeah, we'll do this one. 1, 2. We already got one on there, so all we need is 2 here. There we go. Finish her. Getting a bit used to it now that I'm on the Switch instead of mouse. Let's hope this suits your taste.
Your drinks never disappoint.
Glad to hear.
I can definitely feel my charm coming back to me.
Wait, what's up with that? There's dialogue in front of dialogue. I think it said something along the lines of, "Tell me about your last job."
Fine, deal's a deal. Told you the client's a farmer, right? She's a large flock of 2-headed sheep. Apparently that darn Starfall damaged their barn, and they somehow managed to break out of their enclosure. Didn't think they were that clever, honestly. Must be the 2 brains.
What's that? Didn't think they were that clever. Must be the 2 brains.
Probably. Anyways, they got out right before their shearing appointment, and of course the farmer needed to get them back in time. especially considering the rumors surrounding Deary at the moment. Seems to be a dangerous place nowadays. Apparently an unusual amount of cattle has been going missing these last few weeks, so local folks have been keeping a closer eye on the locks and fences.
Danger zone. There has been a few hints regarding farmers. I don't know if we have enough to make a quest, but got some.
Of course, the farmer wanted her sheep to be safe, so she hired someone to bring her animals back.
That's someone being you.
Obviously. I thought to myself, I'm a monster hunter. Handling animals is basically my job.
I'd say a monster hunter is rather known for, well, hunting rather than handling.
That was exactly the issue. Do you know how stubborn two-headed sheep are?
Oh, howdy there, Cafe. Welcome to the Sheep. Thank you for stopping by. How are you? Breathe. I breathe. I breathe. Oh, thank you. Let me guess. They're twice as stubborn as one-headed sheep?
You got it. They're impossible to get moving. Impossible to startle. One head might be eating, but the other one is always watching you.
Just chilling, came home from work. How are you? Same. Same for me. Came back from work about 30 minutes ago. Or so. And now I'm here. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm a bit tired, but other than that, I'm okay. Hope you're well. But you did it, right? I suspect you wouldn't be here if you hadn't finished the job.
You're absolutely correct. I was at my wit's end. Imagine having fought hundreds if not thousands of beasts. And some sheep are the one enemy you can't win against.
Sounds like an incredibly humbling experience.
It was, trust me. But luckily I got some help. Another adventurer saw me struggling and offered her assistance and knowledge.
Oh, I bet it was Fable. Oh, a retired adventurer.
Or should I say, a retired adventurer.
Oh?
Yeah, she was insistent on that label. Some kind of astral finfolk, as I've lost her arm a while ago. Oh no. Back to the sheep. She told me there's apparently one thing that gets her full attention. You got any guesses on what that magical tool might be?
I have no... Oh, hey, you must be the retired adventurer.
Clovers. Morning dew clovers to be precise. They go absolutely feral for them. A few will make them follow every single one of your commands. But someone with your experience should know that, innkeeper.
Did you not see her there? Or was she always there?
Do you two know each other?
Barely.
Keep your secrets then, oh so mysterious innkeeper.
I wanted to buy her a drink after she helped me out back there. Didn't expect you to be best friends, honestly.
Best friends?
I think you got that one wrong.
I'd never befriend someone like him. I have taste.
Well, that was unnecessarily rude of you, Una. You didn't even consider my feelings.
Consider me sorry, innkeep.
Apology accepted.
Speaking of taste, what about your drinks? I know you've always liked experimenting with potions and other suspicious liquids. Looks like you finally made it, huh?
Indeed. I think I got the hang of it.
Then what are you waiting for? Your old rival is waiting for a drink. Preferably the one that will restore my energy. Those sheep made my old bones all wobbly, and I don't like feeling so weak.
Gotcha.
Let's see what that old magic has to offer.
Don't worry, he might not look like it, but his drinks are actually pretty good.
I bet.
I'll just take that as a compliment, I suppose. What the hell does she want then? No, that makes sense. So I can either give her the Sailor's Courage or the Southern Brawler. Does it really matter? I don't think it matters. Plus, it's not like we have inventory, you know? I mean, like, our ingredients, they're never ending. So you can just keep using them. As for which one we need, well, let's go with that one. Let's go with 2 of this. And 1 of these. Lastly, 1 of that. Sailor's Courage. Sorry, it's just the fact that the glass has abs really amuses me. I do like the you know, like the kind of bandana that pirates have, like that thing, the striped kind of fabric. I look at that and I think sailor or pirate. More sailor, I think.
Oh wow.
Impressed?
Don't get cocky now.
You don't have to be shy. You can just admit I've improved. So, Una, Jay told me you're retired now? Had enough of the adventuring business?
Absolutely. I don't want to have anything to do with that anymore. I've completed enough quests for at least 2 lifetimes.
And yet you decided to help Jade.
Ever had to handle a 2-headed sheep?
Not yet.
Lucky you. Lucky indeed. I just couldn't watch her struggle with those stubborn beasts any longer. But this was a one-time exception.
Did the farmer pay accordingly? Enter your Morning Dew Clover's magic trick.
Oh, absolutely. She was so happy she gratefully paid for both of us.
That's good to hear.
She even tipped us with some gems she found in her fields. But I'm a Maida. I don't have any use for stones like those.
What is a Maida anyway? I do wish that there was a little bit of a encyclopedia in here, because there seem to be races in here that I don't recognize, or was maybe made specifically for this game. So Jade is a Maida. I don't know what that means. I tried looking it up. It just points back to Tavern talk, like the Wikipedia kind of thing.
And since I'm retired, I couldn't care less about material riches.
So we figured we'd give them to you instead. But I wouldn't tell that pretentious blonde dragon priestess if I were you. Feels like a blasphemous gift.
Oh, divine gems. Little blasphemous indeed. Oh, it's an infusion, okay. What does it give me? Ah, citron. This rare gemstone can only be found in the well-hidden eastern parts of Forbidden Valley. Citron is said to be favored by the dragons due to its incredible divine properties. Blessed with divine magic of the dragons, adventurers will have a much better chance fighting the undead or any unholy creature. Or any creatures, really. Scandal in Zoford. Oh yeah, we sent Melly out on a quest. Oh, divine gems. Little blasphemous indeed. I think I know just the right way to use them. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Now that we're done here, I can go back to crocheting for the rest of my life.
Is that what that hand is for? The attachment on her arm. I thought it was supposed to be like a hook. I think it's supposed to be like a crocheting needle. Give it a second. Stream's going down. And we're back. Ever since it got, like hotter, the connections have been iffy. So I've had to turn up the fan on my router in order to try and counteract that. Keep that thing cold. Maybe there's a better way for me to do that, but I'm kind of relying on that thing to stay cold enough to function properly.
You didn't get this hook in for nothing. Of course, I occasionally gotta rip some youngsters off while playing cards. I haven't lost a game in at least 4 decades. Who knows?
Finfolk. 68, she/her, arcane engineer. As shall see, neutral good. The Empress. The Empress is... Who was the Empress? Wasn't Empress the... It was... the one that stuck itself to Joseph's arm in Stardust Crusaders. I think that one was the Empress. Yeah. I've been rivals with Una long before this story even began. She was an adventurer back then, but is retired now. Even put a crochet hook into the stump of her arm. But there are things about her that'll never change. I'm pretty sure she'll never stop stacking that deck, for example.
That's remarkable.
Or impossible, for someone who's only playing fair.
I think your lucky streak will end with me today. I've also never lost a game in at least a decade.
Are you challenging me to a duel?
Absolutely. And whoever loses has to pay for the next round of drinks.
You know, I have never seen any of my patrons actually pay me for their drinks. I half assumed that they just got them for free in exchange for information and or quests.
That's the spirit. I like you, bounty hunter, but don't come crying to me after I annihilate you.
Huh, you wish.
Jade, be on guard. Una, be on guard. I know Una. Jade, be on guard.
You're worried about me?
I just know for a fact that Una is a master at cheating. I doubt that's changed.
So you're saying you've lost against her?
More than once, yeah.
Pathetic.
Oh, okay. Screw you then. I hope you lose.
Hey, are you talking about me?
Listen, Innkeep. If your opponent is obviously cheating like she was, you can't beat him fair and square. You gotta beat them at cheating. Now watch how a real master does it.
Let's see if she can do it. I don't know if they'll be here. Oh, they are. Oh, Alithia. And who are you? Good day.
I've returned, Innkeeper.
Welcome back, Miss Anwar. And welcome.
This brave adventurer's name is Clay Moore. He offered unexpected support during my quest.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much on behalf of,
the world.
Yes, of course. The world, Mr. Clay. You don't need to do the whole Mr. thing. Just Clay's alright with me. Otherwise it sounds so formal, like talking to one of those graph people. Oh, you don't want to be one of those. Clay it is then. Can I offer you both a drink in exchange for the story of how you two met? That'll be a fun trade, right, Tia?
I think I would welcome it as well.
Then what can I get you?
Clay, please go ahead.
Oh my, we've got a lot of stuff on the menu. How about one of those drinks with ingredients? Okay, you're the dumb brute. Got it. Also, your pauldron is rattling, and you got a bird on your head. Or is that my bird? I know there's a bird that always hangs out at the tavern. I think that's the one in the background. You look strong. How about something extra for those muscles? That sounds nice. Let's go with that. 1 minute. I guess you get the Southern Brawler. Yeah, I can give you the Southern Brawler. So one of that. And one of that. Southern Brawler. What do you think of that, big guy? Try this. I think it might knock your socks off. This tastes strong and magic-y, but my socks are still on. Still, I love it. I'll have to remember this one for next time. What is it called? Don't worry, I'll remember it for you. Thank you. Now, Miss Anwar, what would you like?
I need some of that liquid vigilance. Even in here, it's important to stay on guard.
Wouldn't this be the right time to relax?
There's no such time.
Alright, then I shall aid you on your divine mission of not falling asleep standing. What, the lagoon? Frosted lagoon? Yeah, of course. Or I could give you the first snow. That works too. I don't know if I've made that before. Hey, we should use the prism on her. No, I can't. This one's not part of the recipe. However... well, not that. What would be a good one here? Is it that one? Yeah, this one. Do that. Gotta get 3 of this. And then maybe 1 of that. Oh, that's it. There you go. First snow. Did I make that one yet? No, I think this is my first time making it. Some liquid vigilance diluted with some delicious secret ingredients. Enjoy.
I could do with something less diluted, but you're right. It's delicious.
Happy to hear that. Do we get to tell the story now? Please, go ahead. You think I should start with the seashells?
No, I think some exposition is in order first. As you already know, Innkeeper, I plan to start my investigation right here in Zenith, specifically at the local Gaia temple.
So I've been told. Mostly about that wobbling ooze.
Ah, yes. That was certainly something. Unfortunately, besides their fascinating personal secrets, they had nothing of value to share with me. But fortunately, thanks to your rumors, I was not entirely without a lead. The wizard's prophecy led me to Dalwell. Or should I say, the Abandoned Isle, or Fairweather. The name changes depending on who you ask.
I didn't know it had that many names. I just kept calling it Kelpie Island.
Why?
Because it's shaped like one. Probably the smartest approach.
Kelpie Island or Fairweather. Its name means very little to me. Its local settlement of Fae was much more relevant. They built everything into the giant sequoia that holds the portal to Avalon.
Their portal is in the tree?
Yes, right in its center. They call it the Horizon Tree. It's beautiful. The Fae themselves were moderately helpful. It was difficult to get them to focus on the severity of the situation. And I was pretty sure they were preparing some sort of morbid ritual with the acorns that they were stringing up between rose bushes in asymmetrical shapes.
Oh, I always thought those were art projects. Common misconception. It sounds more like they were preparing to charge them with astral moonlight.
For what?
If you freeze them, they make for good ice cubes.
Do you participate in such practices?
Not at the moment.
I'm just not going to question that. Eventually I got them to sit still long enough to ask them about any strange occurrences around their settlement.
Did they understand your definition of strange?
After some explanation. They told me about how just recently, an astral humpback whale had rampaged through one of their nearby scouting camps. Just 2 days before the stars fell. They said it seemed like it was running from something, and that it was full of seething fury. They also claimed it to be a good sign, because it promised adventure.
They were wrong. Sounds like an understatement.
Majorly.
I mean, it did end up in some kind of adventure.
Investigating disaster is not an adventure. It's a necessity of dire circumstances.
I had fun. That makes 2 of us.
Certainly was a sign of something being awry, and I was determined to get to the bottom of it. So naturally I made my way to the nearby Carapace Beach and prepared a celestial summoning ritual under the young astral moon.
For the humpback whale, I suppose?
What else would I be summoning?
I thought maybe you wanted to ask Cassiopeia for her input.
Are you out of your mind? The Realm Keepers have sworn a divine oath of neutrality that prevents them from directly interfering with the simple world of us mortals. The full might of their power could disrupt the delicate balance of their cosmic design.
Right. Sorry. Slipped my mind.
You're forgiven. As I was preparing the ritual, readying myself to confront the troublemaker, I suddenly found myself being interrupted by a strange request.
That was me. I asked her if she needed any more seashells. Did she?
I did, actually. Pairing dragon-head tritons and flimmering limpet shells can heighten the dual aspect of the celestial twins, therefore making the connection to the astral sea more stable.
Obviously.
I did manage to find a limpet shell, and one happened to be among his offerings.
I honestly just thought she was decorating the beach and that she could do with more color. You weren't wrong in a way. Sadly, the shells burned up during the ritual. Singed Tia's hands too.
Just a little. Fortunately, I possess spectacular healing capabilities.
Fortunate indeed. Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or for your very own ritual, Clay? Were you collecting seashells for beach decorating or for your very own ritual, Clay? I was collecting them for my friends. At this time of year, Kelpie Island is full of all kinds of sparkling floating animals from the Astral Sea. And they love munching on seashells.
You encounter these creatures a lot?
I try to. They're very nice.
Clay can talk to animals. Gaia's blessing rests upon him.
Fantastic. Full of surprises. Whoa, Alithia's blushing. She'll do it again. Let me see. There, see? She's blushing. You're full of surprises. Thank you. Though I'm not always sure they like talking to me. They tend to disappear sooner or later. Sometimes they don't come back, but often they don't. Sometimes they come back, but often they don't. I think maybe I accidentally say things that upset them without realizing it, and they think I meant to hurt them. I hate when that happens. You mean they just disappear like they were never there? Yeah, like they moved to a different, quieter beach. Or like they returned to the Astral Sea. I feel like they would tell me if they went back home. Not necessarily. Many Astrian creatures can traverse the plains at will, but they don't always have control over when they return. On many occasions, the astral currents pull them back home before they're ready. And once you're swept in with them, once you're swept up in them, each subsequent journey out becomes more and more difficult, or so I've been told. I would guess your friends either went home or you weren't there and got pulled back before they had a chance to say goodbye. So you're saying the sweet sea swallowed them?
Not quite. I just beckoned them home. Through a celestial hug of sorts.
So that means I could just visit them in the Astral Sea?
That would be an incredible undertaking. Traveling between planes is quite hazardous.
It is, but echoes are from the primordial sea, and my family has lived there for quite a while, I think. They must have gotten here somehow.
They say it was much simpler to traverse between planes once. But for a long time it's been almost impossible without complicated and dangerous rituals. Until recently, the Astral Sea was the only possible way through the barriers. And accessing it is quite meticulous planning, not to mention the sea tends to come with more risks and rewards. Even your Astrian friends who can choose to leave their home plane on a whim get pulled back by the currents eventually. Imagine what would happen if you went in unprepared.
Well, the fate of Kelpie Island aren't from Gaia either, and they told me they haven't lived here for very long.
Since the 5 interplanar portals opened up, interplanar travel has become a lot more accessible again. At least when it comes to dream planes. But even the astral and primordial seas, not to mention Ur, are finally open to us again after all these years. It's a true miracle to witness in our lifetimes.
So the portals haven't always been there. I didn't know that. Who put them there?
Well, that is a very good question.
And one that would blow the scope of this conversation beyond its bounds, I think. Still have to tell me how you summoned that whale.
You're right, we're getting off track. As Clay and I talked, he told me about his fascinating friendships with the astral creatures, and his ability to speak with animals as if they share a language.
So you asked him for help?
Well, he offered his aid, I certainly could have handled it on my own, but...
But you didn't have to.
Right. That, obviously. Thank you very much, Clay.
Anytime.
So I summoned it. The ritual worked exceptionally well, and it appeared out of the sky in a wave of concerning darkness. Stars used to accompany them.
I mean, there was one star.
There was. A whale was even bigger than... The whale was even bigger than I had anticipated, almost as tall as a horizon tree. And in its stomach rested a giant sun, the only star in the night sky whose light had not been extinguished, nestled right in its belly.
That sounds unhealthy. That sounds beautiful.
It was, in a way. The star wasn't the only thing to worry about, though. The whale didn't look at all happy about being summoned. Instead, it looked like a wounded animal that was one loud noise away from lashing out. And it looked sick. Its translucent skin was gray, like it was frozen with the coldness of the highest mountains of the deepest depths. Its eyes were pale, almost blind, with no warmth within them. I thought for a brief second, we must fight this beast, before it consumes us and everything in its path. And when I looked over at Clay, I saw a deep understanding in his eyes, like he wasn't seeing a monster but a friend. So I stayed quiet, knowing that whatever he knew outweighed my fear.
You know what it needed, Clay? Not completely, but I knew that look in its eyes. That feeling when you're so scared you get angry. When you want to fight because you're terrified you won't be able to flee. So I kneeled, to show that I didn't mean any harm, and I held out my last conch shell in my hands. It took a moment to overcome this instinct of mistrust, but then it picked up the shell up and gently and ate it. I saw the conch freeze as it was swallowed. It looked painful. Wanting to confront the whale, I reached out and carefully put my hands against its cheek. I wanted it to know it wasn't alone. I'm sure it needed that. It did. It was so sad it cried tears of golden dust.
Its tears turned to ice before they even hit the ground. It was at that moment I realized its body had been cursed with a potent frostbite. I knew it did not trust me yet, so I did what I previously would not have thought possible. Through a hand on Clay's shoulder and the magic of your drink, I was able to briefly transfer my magic into Clay, allowing him to cure it of his disease. He kissed it on the forehead and the ice burned away, freeing it from its endless chill. It was quite sweet.
That's one lucky whale. And one unusual effect of that infusion.
Is that not usually possible?
Inspiration is a fickle thing. Such magic is deeply personal and differs from person to person. I always enjoy seeing how others imagine support to look like. Tia's support was very helpful.
I'd hope so.
Once it was free of its pain, the whale was ready to talk to us. I asked what had happened and it told me about fighting some sort of evil creature on 2 legs. Creature on 2 legs? So humanoid then?
We assume. It turns out whales don't care much about appearances.
It cared more about all the things being thrown at it. What a mean way to approach a whale. Apparently it had swallowed some kind of stone. You can only remember its black and white color and that it tasted horrible. But I thought, I have a strong digestive thing. It's nothing to worry about. Rookie mistake. The 2-legged monster just wouldn't stop attacking, so it fled as quickly as it could, trying to find its way home. It felt really bad about destroying the camp. I get why. The worst part about being angry is seeing the wreckage you leave behind. Tia, do you ever get angry?
No, I'm an embodiment of calmness and self-discipline.
You forgot divinity. Where I come from, they call that repression. Ooh, call her out, call her out. You forgot divinity. Flatter her.
Thank you, I did.
Luckily its anger subsided when it found its way back. I thought it was finally safe, but suddenly this freezing cold began. I don't mind the cold much. I'm from the highlands and we get a lot of snow in the winter. But this kind of cold, it was describing But the kind of cold it was describing sounded awful. Painful and inescapable, like it was freezing from the inside out.
The potent frostbite I mentioned. It seems a curse took hold and slowly spread throughout its entire body.
It tried to keep itself warm by feeding on solar crabs and cosmic squid, but that didn't help much. It just kept getting more scared and angry and colder, until even its brain was freezing over. It couldn't think of anything other than the cold. So in its desperation, it ate the hottest thing it could find. A star.
A star, a giant one at that. It looked deceptively small contained in its belly. But apparently it was one of the biggest ones in the night sky had to offer. The E star.
It ate pharaohs, the guiding star of the endless seas. Pharaohs, huh?
It did, and it helped. It kept its frostbite at bay, even if it did not eradicate it. But as you can imagine, such a massive star disappearing did not have the most desirable effect on the XHC's delicate balance of gravity.
I can imagine that. The whale was very confused about what had happened, but it said all the stars around it suddenly started to fall and spin out of place. They crashed into each other, causing more and more destruction with each passing moment. I didn't understand everything it described, but it sounded bad.
To label it as bad would be quite the understatement. The falling stars ripped holes in Cassiopeia's wings. To think that just one hungry creature could break the entire balance of the universe.
It was hurt and scared.
It should have endured, instead of hurting others.
It was alone. It didn't know all that could happen, all that would happen. You can count yourself lucky you were there to help. It didn't. I'm sure it tried its best. Sounds to me like... Okay, so the whale eating the sun, the star, the E-star was what caused the starfall to happen, but it was instigated by this humanoid, more than likely the shady figure from earlier. It might have attacked the whale and created that curse which caused the whale to eat the star. Maybe like that. Should have endured. He was alone. He didn't know all that would happen. You can count yourself lucky you were there to help. It did it. I'm sure it tried its best.
Its best wasn't good enough.
Damn. Lay off it. It was just a whale. A whale isn't responsible for the horrible things that were done to it. You should celebrate that you were able to help it instead of blaming it for its pain. I think so too. Did you also manage to free it from the star? Did you also manage to free it of the star in its stomach?
No. The frostbite may be gone, but that star is part of it now. It has become the first of a new kind, a sun humpback whale. And probably the last one too, as all the other stars in the Astral Sea have been snuffed out.
So what we need to do is to make that whale breed. And it will make other star whales, maybe.
We'll never be able to see the night sky again, and in turn that whale must forever live with its guilt nestled in its stomach.
You're right. Some things are forever changed now. It's kind of the point of disasters. Perhaps the star doesn't stand for shame, but the pride of its survival. We shouldn't be sad that most are gone, but happy that one managed to make it through. Besides, we may have lost the night sky star companions, but it managed to gain 2 new friends. Even the worst of situations can lead to a light sometimes. I like that. You should never be sad about finding new friends. Speaking of friends, on the way back we ran into this traveling souvenir shop. I bought friendship bracelets for Tia and I with the little whale charms on them. But she didn't want to wear them just yet, so I'm waiting until she's ready. It's very nice of you, right, Tia?
They're a hazard for fights and could get caught in things.
Sure. I'm looking forward to seeing how they look with your armor. Tia also found something for you at the souvenir shop.
That's...
She said it reminded her of your tavern. And now that I've seen it in person, I agree. Now I'm curious. What is it? What did you get me? A thing. A charm. Oh, that's a very pretty mosaic. The shopkeeper told us a little bit about it. Supposedly this piece of art represents a new beginning after a hard-fought battle. Kind of like the rise of the sun hunchback whale. It's very fitting. Thank you, Tia. So, Tia, aren't you glad Clay was there to help you? Clay, aren't you glad Tia was there to help you? Tia, aren't you glad Clay?
I suppose I am.
You really are?
You're surprisingly competent. Perhaps one might even say I could not have done this entirely without you. If one has to be extreme about it.
I think someone like you could do anything alone if you put your mind to it. But that doesn't mean you should have to. I'm always happier when doing difficult things if I have help from other people. Well said, Clay. Stellar teamwork, you two. Keep it up. Will do.
Much more importantly, clearly our quest was not successful.
What are you talking about? You cured the sun humpback whale. You found why the stars fell. You even made new friends. What more could you want?
We still haven't the slightest idea who caused all this.
An angry humanoid figure?
And that is who exactly?
Well, we can rule out you, me, and the innkeeper.
We could rule out you and me.
Ouch. What? I didn't do anything. I was here. I have an alibi. Ask who was there during the starfall. It was Fable and Kyle, I think.
No hard feelings. I believe you're innocent, but sometimes evil hides in plain sight. One must not be led astray.
I understand. Paranoia is a hard habit to break.
Clearly someone orchestrated it. It seems too random and methodical to have been an accidental side effect. I must find out what hides in the darkness. If something like this happens again, it would end in a calamity the likes of which we have never seen before.
Don't worry too much about it, girlie. This is just kind of how oblivions are around here.
I wouldn't call this just another oblivion. How often have you seen stars fall from the sky?
Is that a reference to the Oblivion game? I never played it. I know it got remastered, but I never bothered to play it myself. Plus, isn't it a ridiculously large file? Although I think, wasn't Oblivion the original one ported to the Switch 2 as well? I have a feeling it was.
0 times. I was asleep when it happened. And now that it's over, there goes my chance of ever witnessing a supreme meteor shower.
You should not wish to witness such horrors.
Some horrors are fun to look at. Listen, love, when I was your age, I used to worry about stuff like this all the time. This weirdo over here did too. We all did at one time or another. But I know from experience that making such a fuss about it won't get you anywhere. These bite-sized calamities are part of the natural order of things. From chaos to balance to chaos and back to balance, everything just switches around in a never-ending cycle. Sure, it's good to keep an eye out, but you don't have to give yourself an aneurysm over it. Just pick up a quest if it worries you, and follow the natural flow of the universe. That way, if you're lucky, you'll end up retired like me.
Such a leisurely attitude only leads to failure.
And even then, someone is always going to save the world in the end.
And that someone is going to be me.
Oh, the youth. Anyway, old enemy, got another drink for me? I'm running dry.
Anytime, Una. Are you still running low on energy? How about another strong one?
You got it.
Let's make her do the same thing then. What was it? It was this one. Sailor's Courage. Courage. What? It didn't even fill. There you go, that was weird. Southern Brawler. Then one of these. Same thing, it's literally just a hint of whatever that one is. Agility. Dexterity? One of those attributes. Something strong for the most strong-headed lady I know.
Weird way to admit you've lost every argument against me. but this drink is splendid, I'll give you that. See, with one of these, your worries will be washed away with flavor, good or bad, depends on the day.
I find your apathy borders on tragedy.
And I find your hero complex unsustainable. Remember, kiddo, they don't build those statues for folks who are alive.
Who cares about statues? My purpose is my purpose, and I don't care who immortalizes me.
No one's purpose is to die, girl. Life is much more meaningful than that. Anyway, my purpose is winning at cards right now. Good luck with your delusions.
I apologize on her behalf.
It's fine.
Tia, are you dying?
No, she was purely speaking in the hypothetical.
I'm not sure what that means, but it doesn't sound like it could damage your armor. But you know, maybe we should listen to her advice, at least a little. My granny always says with age comes the prices of wisdom and mistakes.
I think your grandmother's advice would be much more helpful than whatever a failed hero has to say.
You think retirement is failure?
One's post should never be abandoned. If you could still serve this world, you should. Not sure if that's bleak or inspiring. The latter. She was right about one thing, though. The past is full of terrible disasters that were prevented. Which means that this too could have been attempted before, if not very successfully. Knowledge of something so vile must be scarce and well guarded, maybe even abandoned. I've never come across anything like this anywhere in the Aperture's library.
Granted, the Aperture has only been standing for a little over 2 decades, no? This library can't be that vast.
Many of the Order's books were relocated to the new stronghold, but I do believe we don't currently harbor the knowledge I seek. For that, other avenues must be explored.
What are you considering? We could ask everyone we come across until we find someone who knows something.
Good idea. That would take far too long. I think we should look for the Everbloom archives.
Is that a book club?
An ancient one. Everbloom was one of the great 7 Maedon archives. The Gaian one, to be specific.
Hey, Maedon, isn't that what Jade is?
Legend has it there used to be one of each plane. Even Tuat, the plane of the dead. They were once filled with all the knowledge of the cosmos and grew in size every day, thanks to their fearless archivists. But then they fell to an unknown foe and have been lost to time ever since. I believe one of them could hold the answers we seek. Innkeeper, do you happen to know where to find this archive?
Nope, not much of a librarian, unfortunately. And there was this lady, one of the characters whose portrait or information we don't have on file, but apparently we've known that person for maybe millennia. And I was supposed to proofread their novel, but I never got around to doing it. In fact, I don't even know if we know where it is after all these years.
Disappointing.
But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here, like Hex, or maybe even Jade. She ought to know. God, there's so many. There we are. Maiden Archives once held the infinite knowledge of the cosmos. The guy in Everbloom could hide answers no one is quite ready for. Claymore, Giant. Oh, Giant Earth Echo, okay. So, you're an Air Echo. And you're an Earth Echo, okay. Maybe there's an Echo for all flavors. 31, He, Him, Barbarian, Highlands, Neutral Good, Arcana, Strength. We don't talk about the Strength arc in JoJo. But you could keep an eye out for it, right? You could ask all the scholarly people that pass through here. Of course, I could do that.
Perhaps you could start by asking that bounty hunter when she's done gambling all her money away.
You could ask her yourself.
I would rather not.
I'll take that terrible task off your hands then.
Wonderful. You won't need more than a day to take care of all this, right?
I could do with a little more time.
Nonsense. We don't have more time. I need your full commitment on this, Innkeeper.
It's very short notice.
As are disasters typically, hence the vigilance. I shall return with a fully prepared quest. to a fully prepared quest tomorrow morning.
Okay. In the meantime, you should rest.
Don't be ridiculous. I have things to do, people to help, prayers to consult.
Uno's right. A good night's sleep would do wonders for you. Same with me. I could even offer you some coupons to a beautiful swamp spa.
Fine, I'll take one, or two, though they won't be put to much use. If I rest now, who will this world have faith in? I shall see you tomorrow.
Cool. I gave Baya more customers. It's always nice to see burnout happening in real time. Don't worry, I'll go with her and make her some soup. Soup always helps me when I have a headache, and it looks like she has a big one. Do you want some soup as well? Yeah. What kind of soup? What do you got? I'll bring some by tomorrow. Do you have any allergies? No? Thank you, Clay. Anytime. Then the recipe will be a surprise. Have a superb day. I'll take some of those coupons too. Wonderful. Talking through everything really helped. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. I hope you held on to those seashells. Catching up with some extra friends might make you feel a little better. Actually, I was thinking I could use the shells to make some friendship bracelets for Tia and I. I want to carve them into stars. I think that sometimes you have to make something beautiful out of the things that hurt you. Otherwise, you're left with anger that has nowhere to go. Do you like being angry? No. Me neither. We all get angry sometimes. It's not the most fun, but it's important. Excuse me. Never getting angry doesn't solve anything either. It just makes you smaller and smaller until people no longer see you as someone they need to think about. At least they're not scared of you. Anger doesn't make you any more of a monster than silence makes you a saint. Be a whole person, Clay, and don't be scared of who that is. I'll try, Innkeeper. Thank you. I hope you find a way back to yourself too. Back to myself? What? What does that mean, huh? Thank you, Clay. Me too. I hope you find a way back to yourself too. I'm not whole. I'm not a whole person. Clay is a sweet and gentle half-giant who loves animals and can communicate with them, a skill no one should underestimate. He believes in the good in people and is exceptionally empathetic. On the other hand, he is also a very strong and remarkable fighter. Are they still playing cards? I need information from them. Scully.
Top of the evening to you.
Welcome to my tavern.
Ooh, what do my magical eyes see? New faces, new acquaintances. With whom do I have the pleasure today? No way. Speaking skeleton. Speaking skeleton. Haven't seen one of those in a long while. Hello there. How incredibly rude of me to leave out introductions. My name is Scully. And he's so polite as well. You could call me Una, Mr. Scully. And that one over there is my friend Jade.
She been losing?
Fellow Maida. But with more skin left.
Oh, you would know about the archives, right?
Which isn't immensely difficult, I suppose. Glad to make your acquaintance, Una and her friend Jade.
Jade, there's a beautiful necklace you have there. Scully, shouldn't you be named after a gemstone? Well, I guess we don't know his name. It's a beautiful necklace you have there. What's the significance of that? Something about it looks really familiar. Don't you think, Scully?
Have no clue what you're talking about.
It does remind me of Scully in a way. When was the last time you were digging around in graves?
Never. I think your senses might be deteriorating with age. Just like your ability to win while cheating.
Don't get smart with me now. Oh, Asteria's worst beast tamer. Ha! Don't get smart with me now, oh, Asteria's worst beast tamer. Ooh, the wonders of friendship. You two seem to get along so well. Oh, absolutely.
I think I should be going now. I still have work to do.
What a coincidence. I happen to want to say the exact same thing. But wouldn't it be rude of us to just leave that distinguished gentleman all by himself? I think one of us should definitely stay a little longer. Isn't it cool that both of you have bones made of shimmery gemstones?
Is it? Is his arm supposed to be made of like gold or something? Can't tell.
That is true. I haven't seen another Maeda since... well, since I woke up. So anywhere between 2 weeks and 2 centuries ago. See, it's a match already. Would be a shame if the two of you were become friends. Huh? Anyway, see ya.
That was quick.
Indeed.
Guess a woman her age knows what she wants.
Oh, it's you. Good mythical? I was about to say, yeah. I thought he was going to say good mythical evening, but he just says good mythical morning whenever. I guess you would probably know something about what we're looking for, right? All three of them. All three of them probably more Scully, considering he's more long-lived. Because it's possible that this archive hasn't been seen in a long time. So Scully might know the last location of it. It's well past sunset, Axe.
That might be true, but it's still...
morning somewhere, I know.
You got it. But today I'm not here to talk with you about primordial magic. Today we're gonna celebrate my sister.
Oh, hey.
Greetings, everyone.
Come on in.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Scully.
Jade.
You can call me Hex, and this is Grace, my little sister.
That's it?
Yes, I know she's taller than me. You could keep it to yourselves. We're here to celebrate, not to roast. Though some fire might be fun.
No fireballs inside, Hexagon.
If you insist. Fireless party it is then. My bones are aching for a party. I haven't attended one in what feels like an eternity. What's the occasion? My wonderfully talented sister successfully defended her wizard doctoral thesis just today.
Ah, wizard PhD.
She can now call herself an actual full-blown selenite witch.
It's not that special, honestly. I beg to differ. It's a majorly big deal. Congrats.
I must congratulate you as well. Quite an outstanding achievement indeed.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
I have to agree with everyone. You should be proud of yourself. How about a drink on the house to celebrate your graduation?
Hex already told me that you're a real magical connoisseur. I'd love to taste one of your creations, Innkeeper.
Oh shit, what did they say? I accidentally skipped it.
But I don't know what to pick. Could you recommend something for me?
Of course, how about a drink for your wits? Your brain must be tired after debating your professors all day.
It sounds lovely. My brain could use a little pick-me-up.
Coming right up. Okay. Grace Hex. Hexagon Hex. She, her, wizard, zenith, neutral, good. The Hierophant, green. Okay, she wants something for the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. So I can either give her Peak Sunrise or Sparking Nebula. Scholars alike. Yeah, let's give her this one. I know how to make this one. 2 and 3. There's like 2 of this. Nice. Sparking Nebula. What do you think?
My, this is delightful. See? Told ya. He definitely knows his craft. Say, innkeeper, do you have a PhD in mixology by any chance?
Last time I checked, no. But I do have a lot of experience. It took me a while to get the hang of it.
I can tell. Your drinks are really tasty. I could easily go for another round of debating right now.
Is anyone else up for a drink?
Nah, not yet.
I gave you that drink hours ago.
I'm still energized from earlier.
Scully, Hex, what about you two?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to steal the show today.
Hey, I would love a refreshment for these old bones, actually. Perhaps something that'll bring back the charm of the old days.
At your service. I shall give you charisma. Steady breeze, spoken hard. We'll give you that one. Keep it simple, you know. 2 and 3. That last one took an hour, didn't it? Oh no. You might only have time for 2 story beats. Here you go. A drink for the charming gentleman.
Oh, what a lovely taste. It warms my bones inside and out.
Should I be worried?
Maybe it's an undead thing.
Well, theoretically, it would be possible for a magical drink to warm one's bones. You just need... You and your wild dreams, Hexy. Maybe leave those experiments to someone with an actual laboratory for once.
Ah, all that talking about studying and degrees brings back so many old memories. I was also a scholar once. I spent my life as an archivist at the Gaia Never Bloom Archive.
There it is.
At the Gaia Never Bloom Archives, to be precise. Before my, well, supposedly eternal slumber.
I've read a lot about the old archivists, but I've never had the chance to talk to one. Well, obviously, they're all dead.
All of them?
Yes, the archives were destroyed ages ago. They're mostly a myth now.
Oh, that's quite sad. A lot of knowledge must have gotten lost with them.
I guess so. If you wouldn't mind, Scully, I'd love to hear more about them. Maybe we can revive some of that old knowledge?
It would be my pleasure, but sadly I cannot remember much of my research. All those years below ground and without sunlight don't seem to have been good for my memory. It's been a few centuries since I've been alive, so I'm not even sure where one would find the archives nowadays. Or their ruins, rather.
New information. Before his passing, he was an archivist in the Everbloom Archives. He cared for and archived all kinds of knowledge and history of the world. Maybe that's where he got the idea to use that hat as a storage space. His one eye, looks strikingly similar to the gemstone Jade is wearing as a necklace. How curious. Really? Oh, that thing, the choker. I thought she was not, because she's wearing 2 neckwears. She's wearing the choker with the yellow gem. And yes, that does look like Scully's eye. It's in the same shape, the diamond. But she was also wearing that green necklace. So I thought that's what they were talking about. I didn't even notice she was wearing a collar.
Or their ruins, rather.
You remember the environment surrounding them? Maybe you just need to think about it a bit harder. What do you remember? Maybe that could help.
A little, I believe. I might have even woken up close by. My early memories as a skeleton are quite hazy. During my lifetime, the archives were located deep underground. Gaia's lively blessings were juxtaposed with a hostile and lifeless mountain range. They were surrounded by nothing but rocks and boulders as sharp as talons and fangs. Even if you made it out of the mountains, you would be greeted by either dry steppes or a poisonous lake. The liquid in that lake could singe the meat right off your bones. I knew someone that fell into the lake once. I remember as if it was yesterday.
Well, that sounds like not the best place to build an important archive stronghold.
Wouldn't necessarily agree. They say the books and the scrolls in the Maiden archives contain all the mysteries of our world and the realms that surround us. Of course, you have to protect that knowledge. It would be a shame if someone... Anyway.
Are you trying to break into that? Are you the villain? Is he the villain? He loves chaos. Maybe that's what he did. Mayhaps. Give me 1 second. Sorry, distracted. When the hell did I get a paper cut?
I think I know the place Scully's talking about.
Oh?
It sounds like the gravel mac. Sharp rocks next to a poisonous lake. There's no way a location like that exists twice. On this plane, at least. Or else I would have heard of it.
Okay, we found it. Okay, now we just need one more piece of information, I think.
I wouldn't recommend going there. I believe it's exceptionally dusty after all these years. But think about all those hidden treasures. Knowledge left untouched for millennia.
That sounds a little too ambitious, even for you.
Fine.
Your delicate wizard sensibilities wouldn't last a day in the gravel mac anyway. Oh, and you would? Who can say? Anyway, I gotta go now. Shared enough secrets of the trade today already.
New information with Jade. She's surprisingly good with animals and even has a little turtle accompanying her. Only two-headed sheep are giving her a hard time somehow. But through her travels, she's learned how to handle all sorts of people and how to win against them. And at cards, fair and square, or not fair at all. Thank you for your reluctant service.
What a lovely young lady. She would have made for a great archivist.
And a grumpy one. I'm sure she just had a long day. As have I, honestly. I'm very tired.
I'm absolutely sure of that. But you should be more proud of yourself nonetheless. You should take care of yourself. You should take care of yourself, but you should be proud of yourself nonetheless. You seem like the kind of person to downplay your achievements.
And getting your PhD really isn't something small or insignificant.
Oh, it's nothing really. I spent a lot of time researching. Defending my thesis was a mere formality.
Scully, to my point, still stands, and I'm sure your brother would agree with us.
Absolutely. You're all very kind. I really appreciate it. How about we call it a day? It's already getting late.
A splendid idea, as I would expect from a witch like you.
Grace is a Selenite witch who just successfully defended her wizard's PhD thesis. She's calm and gentle and seems to be a bit tired of her brother's chaotic experiments. Her older brother's experiments, even though she is shorter than her. You didn't need to say that. And looks younger. Grace is actually the younger sibling.
Seems fair. Hope you get to enjoy the rest of your evening, innkeeper.
I will. Theopractically. Cleopatrically. Okay, so it's gotta be the one for Tia. So it's gotta be unusual amount of undead. Nope, not that. Gravel Mac. Oh, that's right. John said something about that. I'm just using the name that he's using right now. Maiden Archives once held. The infinite knowledge of the cosmos. Not there. Not that one. This one? Everbloom Archives. There you go. The Lost Maiden Everbloom Archives are said to offer infinite knowledge to anyone with unanswered questions. Its ruins lie deep within the Gravelmac, a dangerous and lifeless mountain range that even seasoned adventurers try to avoid. If that wasn't enough, the mountains are also said to be haunted by nightmarish bleak stalkers. Let's just hope they don't find abandoned archives cozy and inviting. Excuse me. can't wait to go to sleep. Trouble in Paradise. Who do we have today, huh? Fable. Oh, it's you again. And Tia. No, that's to be expected. She did say it. She did say that she would come back. Good morning. Good morning, Clay. Did you sleep well? I did.
It took ages for you to fall asleep.
I was too excited thinking about our adventure. But I slept really well. Happy to hear that. Tia, did you sleep? She passed out right after she had some soup.
I hope that Lady Cassiopeia would send me signs from my divine mission in my dreams.
Did she?
I don't remember.
Sounds like you slept well then.
Anyhow, I see you had time to prepare the quest. Wonderful. Let's get started.
Let's take this one step at a time. Clay, I was looking forward to some soup. And I hope you like lentils. I left some with your purple friend and told him to keep an eye on it. Oh, Andu? Nope, he ate it all. Why'd you give it to him? Well, I hope Andu enjoyed that soup. Thank you for feeding my familiar, Clay. Of course! Did the two of you enjoy your soup?
Very much. Clay's quite a talented chef, even though eating it did make me very tired.
And Tia is a very good cooking companion. It took a while to make, so we had a lot of time to talk. It was nice. What did you talk about? Friendship bracelets, I hope?
Not quite.
Many things. Like, I thought it'd be fun to make her niece one of my little dolls my granny taught me to make. The ones with flower dresses and mini axes. I don't have any siblings or cousins, but Tia said she's gonna make little star lamps for my parents' garden. Is that so?
She offered to cook for my family.
He offered to cook for my family.
And I can't offer to cook for his. My cooking skills are unimportant to my destiny. But I thought if I were to visit, it would be appropriate to bring some sort of thank you gift. And who wouldn't want some stars in their garden, especially now?
Sounds lovely. Have you ever visited the Highlands before?
No, not thus far. But I've always wanted to.
Our snow dragon building competitions are famous.
I've never heard of those.
Oh.
But they do sound intriguing. When I was young, one of my favorite stories the Elysians told me was that of the ever-burning flame. It is said to have been a gift from Leviathan to the first mortals. Along with it, he bestowed the power of elemental manipulation upon his chosen.
I vaguely recall there being another version where one of his guardians stole the flame from him instead. Prometheus, right? I think I'm referencing Prometheus. The one that stole the fire.
Blasphemous hearsay is all that is. We should be thankful for the gifts he has given us. I've always wanted to pay my respects to the flame. And it just happened to be burning in the ancient temple in the Highlands, keeping the hope of Asteria alive for eternity. Though I'm looking forward to seeing it in person sooner rather than later, and with a local guide no less.
I never visited before either, but I once went to the Autumn Glow Festival in Varika. You could see the temple from there. Who's that? Legends or clerics say that the first flame Leviathan ever bestowed upon mankind.
Shit.
There you go. Still burns in the temple in the Highlands. I love that keeps popping up. Are we doing that? I think we're doing that. So we know ball. We know how to make the fun S. The Autumn Glow Festival. What's that about?
I'm sure he can tell you all about it another time. Please, let's get back to the quest.
You're right. I have one more question though.
Fine. One more.
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? Favorite animal? Favorite animal. Favorite color. Favorite food. Am I asking Tia or Clay? Either way, favorite food.
Why? Are you considering updating your menu?
No, I'm just curious.
At least you're honest about your intentions. Potato soup. The Elysians used to make some for me on cold winter days. It tastes like home.
Home being the aperture?
Yes, exactly.
Have you lived there all your life? Does your family live there too?
No, I moved there when I was 7 years old. When a cleric discovered I was chosen, I was given a proper education. But my parents and the local clergy could only teach me so much. In my natural affinity for Cassiopeia, being taught by the Order of Starlight in their stronghold at the Aperture just made sense. From then on, I was taught diligently by the Elysians and the Celestial Cardinals. And potato soup is always a warm reward for a demanding day.
So now you eat it often?
No, it's a reward and such things should not be handed out abundantly.
The joys of life don't require an occasion.
Life is about more than just pleasure.
I disagree.
As you are wont to do.
I'll make you some potato soup soon.
Thank you.
Potato soup. Like a loaded baked potato soup, I love that. Very filling. Potatoes are the most satiating food, I think. Or at least one of them. Makes you full longer. I should be eating some more of that. Alethea is a righteous devotee to... Oh wait, we already read that. She's a seraph residing in the Aperture, a stronghold of Cassiopeia. Her curriculum must have been full of history lessons about the world surrounding us, but apparently she never learned how to cook. Contrary to her appearance, her favorite meal is actually quite simple: potato soup.
Thank you. Now, the quest.
Of course. Would you like some potato soup for your journey?
Do you actually have any?
Nope.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Sorry. So I'm assuming you're going together.
Unfortunately, I was going to go alone, but Clay insisted on coming along.
Why is that unfortunate?
It's a very dangerous quest, and he's not practiced in the ways of a divine warrior. Could you imagine if he tried to befriend some bleak stalkers?
That'd make for a fun story, I think. But if you really want to do this alone, you could just go by yourself. No, you want the company. You like Clay. Who would make a potato soup then?
Exactly.
That makes sense. Plus, I need to meet those bleak stalkers. I've never seen any before, and I can't wait to find out what they like to eat.
You. They like to eat you.
Only if they're hungry.
Could you at least try to be reasonable?
I am. Local creatures can be very helpful. I know they can be dangerous too, of course. It's important to have your guard up so you can defend yourself if they're scared. Generally, if you approach anything non-violently, they'll like you more. Maybe the innkeeper can give us some extra charisma too, so we can convince him to help us out. I could offer you some honey flowers as well. They could be very inspiring, even to bleak stalkers. I think so, at least. I've never tested that one out, actually. We could test it for you.
Nonsense. We need to head into this not knowing we have to fight our way through. The name Bleak Stalkers doesn't exactly inspire confidence in their hospitality. Not to mention there could very well be many more dangerous monsters roaming the abandoned Everbloom.
Yeah, but if you have help from the Bleak Stalkers, maybe they can fend off the other dangers, right? I've always been giving... what do you call... buffs that are more on the diplomatic side of things rather than kill. So maybe that's what we need to keep doing. I mean, I've never been wrong before, but I have a feeling that we need to do these things a bit more, you know, on the peaceful side. We didn't have Lynn kill the Chimera. Ow! Hi there, Ion.
Hi there.
Hi there. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. How are you? Hello. We didn't have Melly and John fight the whatever was going on in Zoford. We didn't have Fable kill the werewolf. What's up? Not much. Didn't get any sleep, so I'm kind of tired. We'll probably end the night stream in about half an hour. That's about it. I'm tired. I get paid though, tomorrow. So I'm excited about that.
We need to refresh our strength and hope that our mortal weapons will be enough to damage them.
If that's of concern, I could offer you some citron. It's infused with divine properties that'll bless your weapon strikes. With a little help from the dragons, no creature should be able to withstand you, no matter how bleak.
Citron can only be found within the Forbidden Valley. How would you even have access to that?
You know.
No, I don't.
Anyway, I think both of your strategies could work. Strength and citron will let you fight your way through any danger in no time. With the right mix of defense, charisma, and honey flowers might offer a more unconventional solution. Could you help us decide? I don't want to argue. Sure. I'm gonna go with diplomacy here. Gotta give you that, which means we need to give you that. It's gotta be this one then, Frosted Lagoon. Because we need charisma. At least one. But max defense. So it's gotta be that. I mean, I guess I could also use that. Both would be okay. Both have one in terms of charisma. Is there anything else I can make? You know what? Let's give this one to you. Although I don't know if the infusion I need is what I'll need here. Was it honey flowers? Yes, actually yes, that is it. Okay. Actually, it wouldn't have worked if we had done this one, right? Because the infusion itself gives me agility. So even had we tried to make that, it wouldn't have worked because it has extra agility in there. In that case. 2, 3. Probably an extra one of that. There you go. First Snow. Jon Snow. I'd love to hear those stories about you befriending those bleak stalkers. Or at the very least, how their teeth were no match against your armor. Or your pecs. Plus, this worked well for you last time, Tia.
Let's hope I'll be lucky again. Fine. I trust your judgment, Innkeeper.
Good. You should. Thanks for all your help, Innkeeper. But we should get going now.
Indeed. Wait, why are you in such a hurry?
Yesterday I met Fable at the farmer's market, and they helped me pick out the right vegetables for the soup. Then they invited me to their barbecue on the 31st of Cassiopeia. So we need to make it back in time for that.
You can always leave early if it takes too long. It's not like I care about you talking to other people. It's not like I like you or anything.
And what about you?
What about me?
You're also coming.
I have to work.
You also have to eat. Saving the world is bound to make you hungry. She's right. That's a waste of time. Nah, take her with you. You might even have fun. Who knows?
I'll consider it. Let's hurry then.
Let's. Innkeeper, can you let Fable know we'll be back in time? Of course. I'll let them know as soon as they grace my tavern with their presence again. Oh yeah, Grace should know too. I think she's bringing her famous fortune nuggets. Fortune nuggets? What? Also, who's Grace? Wait. Actually, who is Grace? Is Grace the one that I didn't have a profile for? Oh, Grace is... Oh, we just met her. And I already forgot about her. I'll tell her as well. I wish you a successful quest.
It shall be so.
And then I never heard from them again. See you soon! They died. Hey, it's you again.
Greetings, Innkeeper.
Hello, Archie. Good to see you again.
It's always a delight to be here. It makes me feel like I'm a part of something bigger already.
Glad to hear that. Speaking of which, were you able to help those farmers out? Oh yes, Target of Evil was truly inspiring. They were so right. The farmers really had no interest in gold or other riches. So instead I helped them with reconstructing their lands, barns, houses. With my own 2 hands. I even got some blisters from it. Remnants of my very first heroic deed. Very exciting and painful. Now that I think about it, do you have a recipe for a drink that could help out this specific situation? I want to be able to help every single farmer with ease. I want to lift the heaviest logs of steel myself for the most stubborn splinters. You're right, a drink like that is still missing from my recipe book. Let me think of something. Oh, thank you dearly. When I was making my way to your tavern, I walked past an astounding duo of adventurers. A stunning seraph and a massive half-giant. They were so utterly impressive. What's that drink I got? Well. With a steel tonic running through your veins, you can become the buff party tank of your dreams. Its cooling qualities mixed with a surprisingly spicy aroma boost your vitality with new heights and leaves you impenetrable to damage. That is, if they are even fast enough to hit you. They were so utterly impressive. I aspire to be like them someday. It feels like I'm in a book, like I delved headfirst into one of those stories on my bookshelf. Magic and adventure surrounding me with every step, and unknown lurking dangers in the shadows. This is all so exciting! But now I'm just daydreaming. Originally I came here seeking one of your magical drinks. Of course, what would you like? Preferably something that'll help me defend myself from devious dangers, like splinters in my hands. The drink I had last time? Well, I presume it did something, but those splinters were a real nuisance, I tell you what. I tell you that. I got you, don't worry. Can I make the new drink? Yeah, I can. Let's see how we make this. We need a boost in both attack and defense, so probably that one works. Yeah, it's gotta be this one. Or that. That would work too. Let's go with... Let's either one of these. Let's go with this one. I don't know what that's gonna do to you. I mean, that gives you the dragon's blessing, so it's gotta be good, right? One of those. Probably 2 of these. And I think 2 will go this one. Steel tonic. Protection against your arch nemesis, splinters. Here you go. What the fuck is this? I can already feel my skin getting tougher. Helping people grow calluses is my secret party trick. Maybe I should bring my friend here someday. Your drinking mixing magic is quite peculiar, really. Oh, your friend? Is he from Winmore as well? That is correct. I've known him since we were kids. Mostly due to our parents being of similar wealth and influence, I think we were kind of chosen to be friends. We decided to write each other letters when he's not here in Zenith. He's actually in a kind of a dire situation right now. You see, he's a diplomat, deeply involved in the whole Diria mainland negotiations. Due to him nearly getting kidnapped during his last business at Diria, he decided to fire his entire personal security crew. If you ask me, his reaction was a little over the top, but I don't interfere with his decisions, so... Now he doesn't have any bodyguards and I would like to help him. But honestly, I have no clue what I should do. He definitely doesn't need my money, just like the farmers didn't. So we have 2 things in Diria now. The rhinos and this one. That right there. The diplomat fired his entire personal guard and is now looking for new fighters to protect him from the dangers of a business trip. He's got more than enough of it as it is. I mean, if you're brave enough, you could volunteer to be his bodyguard. Splendid idea! I like how you think, Innkeeper. But I don't know if I'd be strong enough even with your magically infused drinks. You might even need more protection than I could offer. Well, I still do that thing with the quests. Oh, you're right. I could just hang up a quest on their pinboard. And then some brave adventurer will offer to help us out. My friend means the world to me. I would never forgive myself if something were to happen to him. So you're looking for the best bodyguards in Zenith? Lynn. Absolutely. Well, I already have some folks in mind that are more than qualified to do the job. Let's just hope my quest writing skills are enough to attract just the right people. Do you write a lot? No. Yes. Sometimes. I'd love to write stories about cunning and courageous adventurers. Somehow they always manage to get out of the most dreadful situations by cheating death multiple times. But that's, well, writing doesn't really fit the image of a heroic adventurer himself, does it? Why would I dream of other people's journeys if I could live the tales myself? Got a fair point. Also, it's always easier to write about things you've experienced firsthand. Absolutely! Oh, I can't wait to see my friend again and help him out. I'd be more than prepared. Fable could offer to teach me how to use a bow. How could I say no to such an enticing offer? Getting taught by the Fable of the Ashen Grove themselves. It's more than I could have ever dreamed of. They also mentioned another friend of theirs, an imposing Vukakin lady named Carolyn. Do you know her by any chance? Oh, Lynn? Yeah, I know her quite well. She's quite the legend. She's a regular. She's quite the local legend. I'm surprised you haven't heard of her. She single-handedly outsmarted a wyvern chimera. That's incredible! This tavern is full of hidden treasures. Apparently Lady Carolyn is bored because her newest protege is on a mission and hasn't returned yet. So she'll be joining my training with Fable. Oh, you're in for a ride. How thrilling! I nearly can't contain my excitement. But for now, I've got to think of the right words for the job posting. Don't worry about that. Assembling quests for patrons is one of my services. Really? That would be so helpful. I got you. You'll have the perfect crew of bodyguards for your friend assembled in no time. Trust me. Thank you so much, and also thank you for the drink. Coming here is always a delightful source of inspiration. I'm always happy to help. Until then, Innkeeper. See you next time, adventurer. Whoa, who are you? Hey, how's it going? Hello, come on in. We have, I don't remember what that instrument's called. I think it's like Chinese. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's something else. It's called like an eru or something. This is a cute little tavern. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't that convinced from the outside, but the interior is really adorable. I'm glad. Are you accustomed to more opulent exteriors? For sure, but I do enjoy the cozy feeling of a simple tavern. You know, it's good being away from the hustle and bustle of the big city sometimes. I get that. Are you new in town? I am. How'd you know? It's been a while since I last saw a phantasm around here, that's all. It's been a while since I last saw a phantasm around here, that's all. I just took a guess. I see. I came here straight from the capital. Just needed a moment to breathe, you get me? Oh, I do. That's why I settled here on the outskirts of Zenith. This town is big enough for me to never run out of work, but small enough to not feel overwhelmed. Yes, exactly. So you run this business, Innkeep? Correct. Just me and my familiar, and this tavern. Oh, and all the regulars that come here, of course. Of course. And with whom do I have the pleasure today? Perhaps one of my next regulars? Who knows, maybe. The name's Voyage, but you may call me Voy. Voy. Alright, Voy. Got it. Do I have it? Yeah! Look at that. Mwah. Phantasm. 22 he, him, bard, Tragorin. Hey Tragorin. Chaotic good, the sun. Well, someone else was also from Tragorin. No, Tragorin was the area where Fable did the quest, I think. Alright, Voy, got it. What can I do for you today? Well, I mean, a drink would be a way to go, I suppose. Wait, don't tell me you haven't heard of me. Not yet, I'm afraid. Of course I have. Yes, Voy. Yes, not yet, I'm afraid. I suppose I should have. I'm the Voy, a famous bard. Ring any bells? Nope. Well, I guess you'll have to know me to get to know me then. And what better way to do so than with a fine drink made with the finest innkeeper? You're a real sweet talker, aren't you? I guess I am. Yeah. Is there anything specific you would like? No. Surprise me with something that'll make me even more irresistible, like a real Prince Charming. Charm. Charisma. Yeah, charisma. I'll give you Sunny Breeze or 1,000 Winds. That'll make him what? Charming. Yeah. I could go with that or that. Let's go with this one. And for that, I will need something that helps me out with all cheer. Yeah, that would work. Get 3 of this in. One of these. Oh, actually, you know what? That gave me 2 of them, so I didn't need that. Instead, I just need to give you... not that. This one. Sunny Breeze. May this drink give you an untastable silver tongue. Oh, this is good. Nearly as good as my musical talent. That's a weird voice I'm doing. I have a feeling this drink might influence your next performance. Will it boost my charisma even further? You'll have to wait and see. Let's just say you might want to come back afterwards to get another drink. Oh, now you're teasing me. How about you tell me more about you now? How about you tell me more about you now? Didn't you want me to get to know you better? Hold on tight to your counter, innkeeper, cause I'm about to knock your socks off. Bring it on. So right in front of you is the one and only Voy, traveler of lands, stealer of hearts, and the most famous bard in all of Visoa. Not only because of his immaculate talent, but also because of his good looks, I might add. I'm fairly impressed. Of course you are. It's a weird... I don't think I've ever done that before. Might ask for an autograph later then. What brings you here, Voy? As I said, I just needed a breath of fresh air. A short break from the big city. Is it hard being famous? Not really, no. Maybe a little, sometimes. But making music and performing is my job, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a big deal, really. It just makes me cherish the quieter moments. Makes sense to me. Would it be cool if I kept you and your little familiar company for a bit? Voy, short for voyage, is a very famous bard working in the capital. He needed a short break from all the fame and troubles being a musician comes with, and ended up here in Zenith. He's particularly flirty fellow, though he falters when you happen to match his energy. Ah, glass cannon. Gotcha. Absolutely. Make yourself at home. Nice. Whoa, another person. Hello there, traveler. What can I get you? Oh, you have 3 fingers. Wow.
Usually it's my job to ask that, but given the circumstances, I'll humor you.
Well, this is my tavern.
And it has come a long way. Love the color of the walls. New code?
It's been a good few years since my last renovation. But yeah, I thought it was time to accept some change in my life. Oh, do I know this person?
Not so. What is life if not the constant changing of the self?
I miss your endless wisdom, Quincy. Quincy? Oh, I don't have their thing. What the hell?
I can only imagine, innkeeper.
Look like you might be in need of refreshment. How about a drink?
Yeah, long journey. Surprise me with something charismatic as your little establishment.
Something as charismatic. I can give you the same thing. That's charisma as well. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, I remembered the recipe for once. I gave you the same drink. Here you go. Liquid charisma. My specialty.
This tastes magical. Seems like you've improved a good deal since last time.
Practice makes perfect after all.
Indeed.
So, what brings you to this corner of the worlds?
I'm looking for the feathers of a peculiar little bird. They're said to only reside in this neighborhood, or continent rather.
What bird?
The golden loon.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but the golden loon? They're quite beautiful to behold. If I were you, I'd look for them near a big lake. That's where they usually hang out. But only in Fizoa.
Hence why I came all this way.
Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in light of day. A traveler's bold.
That'd be a very poetic way to greet them.
Tell that to the stupid Song of Vigor Guild.
They didn't like it?
Nah, they don't like anything that isn't mainstream. Like subtext.
But isn't that what lyrical works are all about? Pouring your heart and soul into something for others to take in? And only if you push away the layers and read between the lines will you find a true meaning.
Exactly my thinking. It's just that now, I'm afraid that they'll laugh at me. Or remember me as a bard without a heart, all because they don't understand.
You know, there's nothing wrong with being afraid. Fear can sometimes keep us safe from danger. But something to keep in mind is that fear does not stop death, it stops life. You enjoy your art?
Yes, and I want others to enjoy it too.
I for one greatly enjoyed your Golden Loon haiku.
Oh, was it a haiku? Let me see. I know a way to judge if something's a haiku. Oh, plumage of gold, glistening in light of day, a traveler's boat. Okay, yeah, bold. Me too. It was a bit dramatic for my taste. I liked it.
I need to get customers. I can't, like, insult them to their face, you know?
Oh, innkeeper, thank you. What does that look for, huh?
You shouldn't base on your value on whether people like what you create or not. There'll always be those who don't get it and those who find themselves in it. Do it for the people who appreciate your art. And most importantly, do it for yourself.
That's one way to look at it. You know, I've always imagined all this differently. Way easier for sure. Moving on from Tavern, the smallest of towns to the big city, I've always dreamt of joining the SOV guild. And then they promptly rejected me. But I'm Voyage, and I don't give up because of things like that. I don't need a guild to get out there and share my music. All I need is me and my Hagum. Hagum? Is that an actual instrument? I'm assuming it's the instrument. Hagum. Hagium. Hagum. Oh, it is. Okay, it's a traditional. Oh, it's Korean. This one's Korean. Okay. Oh, is that why he's doing the finger hearts? He's supposed to be. He's supposed to be a K-pop idol or something. Ah, yeah. Okay. What's an eru? I think it's a similar kind of instrument. Yeah, they look pretty similar. Yeah, they're even both two-stringed, it looks like. Two-stringed vertical fiddle. Yes. Ah, okay. How do you say it correctly, though? Is it Hagum? Pronunciation. You know, there's never just a straightforward source for these things. Wonder why.
Hejum.
Hejum? Is it Hejum? That it might be Hagum. Let me see if there's any other sources.
Hagum.
Okay, that was a robotic voice. But it did say Hagum. That's right. I've seen many people spend too much time giving attention to those who will never understand them. Do I have this person's profile now? No. Wow. What constitutes who goes in and who doesn't? My 2 cents? Live for what you believe in and allow others to make their own decisions. What's the condition of having only 3 fingers? Or like, not 5 fingers. Or maybe this person lost them. But I swear there's a medical term for someone who has only 3 fingers. Or like less than 5 fingers. Fingers. It's like tridactyly. Oh, it is! It is tridactyly. Hey! I know my root words. Good. Because I know dactyl is like fingers, right? Or something like that. Try 3. I pulled that out of my ass. And look at that, I'm right. That's what I'm doing. Good. But unfortunately, I have to leave now. Gotta find those loons before it gets dark. It was nice having you around, Quincy. Till next time, and don't forget, take care of yourself, innkeeper, and be safe out there, Voyage. You too. Nice guy. Yeah, he's an old friend. Didn't know you do friends. Perhaps we could be friends too, innkeeper. Not yet. Oh. Maybe one day. Hey, you gotta be a regular here. That's right, I will only value you if you do stuff for me. AKA buy my drinks. Welcome back.
Quick, Innkeep! Your strongest drink! This is an emergency!
What happened? Oh, it's Baya.
It's absolutely urgent! Relationships are on the line.
Not lives?
Listen, Innkeep, I'll tell you the story, don't worry. But you gotta be a little patient, because Baya really needs a drink first. Yes, please.
What do you need? Same as last time?
Oh, that one was really delicious. I'd love to taste it again, please.
Got it. I'll get you something that'll make you feel as sturdy as tree bark again. The lagoon. The Frosch Lagoon. Yeah. Well, on tonight's stream after this story beat. I don't know how long it's gonna be. One, two, three. One of that and one of this one. Here you go, Baya. There you go, my strongest drink to the rescue.
Thank you. This is good. Oh, thank the dragons. That pause made me so nervous. I really thought he would mess it up.
Thanks for having so much faith in me, Una.
You're welcome.
But Maya, are you feeling better now?
Yes, at least a little bit.
That's good to hear. Please fill me in on the situation now. I've never seen you this upset, Maya. You have to endure the Bloomtide Festival every year.
You're right. So, I have this group of friends. They're girlfriends. We three have been inseparable for at least a few centuries. But now...
What?
Very insensitive to talk about emotional, vulnerable, and sweet girls. Very insensitive to ask an
And we're back. Man, the heat's really been killing my connection. I think I gotta keep that router at max, like max speed, the fan.
Okay, so Sweet Bio over there has had a long-lasting group of friends, right?
Right.
They're a trio, inseparable for at least a few hundred years. And they're an adorable trio, might I add. The Swamp Monster, the Banshee, and the Mary...
Oh wow, you're friends with the Mary Morgan. Wow, okay, that's one of our quests.
And the Mary Morgan.
Ah yeah, the Mary Morgan. The wrathful spirit that is known to drown men. I've heard she doesn't really differentiate between genders though.
Yep, that's right. Anyway, the Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a couple.
So I figured.
Have been for a while.
I recall them coming by once or twice.
But right now, how should I put it? They're in a domestic dispute.
Stream's going down again. Stream's going down again. And now it is back up, and now we continue with the story.
For some reason, the two have completely stopped talking to each other. They even refuse to show up at Abaya's monthly tea parties, insisting they'll only come if the other isn't invited.
Why?
I don't know. It's like they don't like each other anymore. And soon they won't like me anymore either. It does smell like a breakup.
Let's not catastrophize. Whatever. I think it's catastrophize.
I don't want my friend group to fall apart. People have always left me because I scare them. I don't want them to leave me too. No, I'm sure they won't.
Where is it? Ah, there it is. Oops. Here you go. The Mary Morgan and the Banshee are a loving couple most of the time, but their current fight has their best friend Baya very worried.
Say something, innkeeper.
Even if they do break up, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Oh shit, what happened? What happened? Wait! Stop that. I don't remember pressing that button. Let's see here. Don't worry, Baya. They've been together for so long that they must have already solved numerous arguments. They'll get through this one too.
He's right. They've been through worse. But what if he is wrong? What if they do break up? What if they really leave me? I just wish there was something I could do to help them.
If I may just add my 2 cents real quick. Hi, I'm Voy. That's short for Voyage. You might have heard of me before. I'm pretty famous.
No. Doesn't ring any bells, son. Sorry.
Anyway, so, Baya, that's your name, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's keeping you from getting to know other people? Like, you seem really chill.
Well, usually, everyone's afraid of me, but the innkeeper has always been nice to me. I trust him, and I've known Una for a while now.
Didn't she pick endangered flowers from your backyard last time you met?
Yes, the bouquet was really cute. I know, right? You meet a lot of people when you travel across the lands looking for potential clients at work. And honestly, I've seen stranger creatures than her in my years as an adventurer. Bio's also really cute under that moss and kelp. Oh. Shush.
I mean, you might look a little terrifying, that's true. But maybe you just have to figure out how to get through to people. I'm sure they'd want to be your friend.
I don't know about that. Usually they try to burn me. Luckily, I don't scar easily.
Oh, what a nice metaphor. Might have to use that in a new song if you don't mind. People hurting you over and over again just because they're afraid. X is leaving you, but you always manage to get over them.
It's not a metaphor. Once every few moons, people surround me with torches and pitchforks.
Oh. Ah, well, that's unfortunate.
You don't say, kid.
But honestly, I know how you feel. Sometimes facing people is terrifying when you feel so different. But there is always something to love about everyone, like my handsome smile or my enchanting voice.
Maybe people would enjoy my spa.
You run a spa, that's fantastic.
Hmm? Yes. You should come visit sometime. Void, that's short for voyage.
That's not his name. Just Voy is fine.
Do you want to come to Una? I'd love to, yes. There's nothing more soothing for old bones than a nice swamp bath.
Do you get a lot of customers?
No. None.
Hey, I gave coupons for your place though. That's something. Maybe I can change that. Let me advertise your spa in my next performance.
I would love that. Thank you.
No worries, Baya.
But let's get back to your girlfriends. Innkeep, don't you know someone that could help them out? The situation is kind of tricky. They might need a mediator.
I can absolutely hang up a quest for you if you want.
That would be great. Thank you so much.
Of course, making my patrons happy is part of my job. Now who's the sweet talker,
But now I have to wait, right?
Yes, unfortunately.
How about you show us around your spa in the meantime? It would be my pleasure. And once we're back, there'll be a solution for your two friends.
Bai is a bit shy due to having some bad experiences with other people that led her to having only a small group of friends. Now that they're fighting, she's afraid ending up alone again. Working through her fears, she invited some customers to her spa. I bet her mud masks are out of this world. No pressure.
There's a millennium-long relationship on the line. Remember that.
Absolutely no pressure. I'll see what I could do.
Thank you.
See you then, Innkeep.
Yeah, see ya.
Oh, I can't wait to feel how smooth my skin is out of a mud mask.
You think I can take my crochet hook in with me?
There they go. The might be the end of this part. Okay, gotcha. We can make 2 quests, it looks like. One of them is gonna be the one for, Iria, I know that. Putting that there. What's the other one? This one? No. Shivermere, Undead, Banshee, Diria. There you go. Diria. But political tension ensued when the canal bridge connecting Diria to the mainland collapsed, especially because Spinel rhinos can't exactly be held responsible. The ambassador tasked with solving this mess is a young noble, and his worried best friend insists he is still in dire need of a new bodyguard. Especially since the roads are unsafe for travelers lately, if those travelers are cattle anyway. The next one, in the riverbanks of the Shivermere, hides the Mary Morgan. Not that. Niche one. Not that. Mary Morgan. Banshee. Where's the last one? There you go. The Mary Morgan, known for her passion for drowning trespassers, and the Banshee, singer of bone-shattering songs on a lonesome lagoon, are 2 terrifying creatures in love. But because of a mysterious dispute, their relationship is on the line, and their best friend, Swamp Witch Baya, would do anything to keep her friend group from shattering. Couples counselor sorely needed. Who's that? It's gonna be... should be Fable. Excuse me. But that's gonna be it for tonight. I am tired. I didn't get any sleep. And I get paid tomorrow. So I should turn in. It takes 2 or 3. 10th of the astral moon. Who's my first guest, though? I do want to know. Hey, it's Melly. Hey, you're back.
So his best detective duo has returned.
I'm not gonna figure out what you want. Sorry, kiddo. That is gonna be it for tonight. Yo. Alright, that was Tavern Talk. Looks like I'm by myself. Let's go ahead and end tonight's stream then. Next time I'm going to be streaming is going to be on Saturday for more Metroid Prime 4, Sunday for more Ghost Trick, Tuesday. Now I was thinking of playing Jedi Fallen Order, but I have been told by a couple of people that the new James Bond game is pretty good actually. And I am kind of curious about that, so maybe I'll take a look at that. But thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful rest of your time zone. With that being said,
We hope your shopping experience has been wonderful, and remember that you're always good to go when you shop at Cujo's.